Hey guys, welcome to the very first episode of Codex City. We'll be building, as the title suggests, the city services, which is the most essential part of any city. Now, before we dive into the episode, I'd like to briefly explain about what the project is going to be. Now, my main goal is to build the biggest city possible in city skylines on a map like this, which looks good and functions without any problem at the same time. While using most of the DLCs I can, except for natural disasters because I don't own that. I also want to set up a good transit system in the city so that the people can go around without any issues. Now for the map theme and LUT, I've used Strict Toaster's Sinu LUT and map theme, which I felt would look good on this map. And I'm using around 60 mods and 415 assets, which are linked in the Steam collection down below. Now let's talk about the episode. The city services mainly consist of the water pumping and treatment facility, the power station and the garbage facility. First, I'm building a small roundabout here to connect the highway to the area where we're going to build. I need good road connection here because this is also the place where we're going to build the port and the fishing industry. So what you're actually looking at is a process which I use, which is very helpful for creating perfect roundabouts. You might have noticed that the roundabout tends to deform when you connect any sort of road with it. Using small roads to make skeleton structures for the roundabout prevents it from getting deformed and can be removed once you've connected the highways to it. Now for the main road connecting this area and the port to the highway, I've used a 4-lane industrial road because there will be a lot of truck and other commercial vehicle traffic in the area. This is going to be a semi-industrial area because of all the warehouses that are going to be placed near the port. So what you actually saw me build right now was a kind of a slip lane to exit the roundabout, which helps reduce traffic a lot. So what actually happens in the game is that any vehicle will slow down a lot if there is a sharp turn, even if it's on a highway, which in turn becomes a bottleneck. With these slip lanes built, the traffic will not have to slow down and will move smoothly out of the roundabout onto the main roads. So the road you're seeing me build right now is like a boundary line for the city services. So everything above this road is going to be the city services and all that, and below that is going to be the port. So I've built canals here because of two reasons. One is that the water pumping stations snap well with the canals, and second is that we can control the direction of water using these canals and I don't have to build key walls for the pumping stations on the shoreline. I got this idea from a video I watched by Distanced. So as you can see, I've placed the water pumps now and I will be creating a bit more canals so that I have more room to expand in the future. I've used roads next to the pumps, though they don't need those. I felt that it would look a bit unrealistic that people work in a place where there's no road connection. I tried placing a bunch of clarifiers and aeration basins here, but there was a lot of empty space which would be tough to fill. So instead of that, I used the geothermal heating plants, which are much bigger and took most of this space, and the remaining I had filled with network pipes by Bad Idea, which also are a part of the Steam collection linked below. And I placed the aeration basins on the other side of the geothermal plants next to the shore. It fit pretty well because of the dimensions of the aeration basins. So now you're seeing me place down these pipes to give it more of a water facility look because water facilities are nothing without pipes. The pipes I'm using are called Industrial Distribution Pipelines by Bad Idea, who seems to have a pretty amazing collection of these pipes. The best part is that these are network based, so they do not add to your prop count nor damage your FPS. I'm using these big industrial pipes, which are also by bad idea, which I never thought would go so well with the heating plants. I mean, they fit perfectly between those red boiler kind of things of the water heating facilities. Now what you're going to see me build is the garbage facility. So for this I've used a combination of a large recycling center which was on the steam workshop, and from Sunset Harbor, the waste processing facility. So as you can see, I have clipped all those buildings together, and even after the clipping it looks very good. It looks like one large sprawling facility. So now I'm making the parking area for the garbage facility, not only for the garbage facility, for the entire area, because the people who come here to work will need parking. And I think the solar car parkings are the best assets in this type which can be used here. So there was this generic tree pack which I am using for the entire project. I think I'm using the generic tree medium version of this, and I've used a bit of grass around here. Even though it's a garbage facility, it needs a bit of greenery. And when I saw the facility in dark at night using ultimate eye candy, it was getting a bit dark near the parking area, so I decided I would add a few lights over here. Now I found the yellow colored generic industrial road light which was there, and I think it went pretty well around there. So I tried adding a key wall over there so that the shoreline becomes a bit more sharp, but I failed horribly, so I just decided I'll add another pipe.
Can't seem to understand how you got all that finesse. Still been running in circles inside my head. Wasn't looking for love, but baby, I found you instead.
So now I'm just surface painting the whole place with the concrete, and I think it looks good till now. And then I realized that, oh wait, my city is going to be very big, so I think I'm going to need more water in my city. And then I realized that I am supposed to add more water pumping stations. So you will see now that I've added at least 3 more water pumping stations. And then this idea popped into my head that why can't we use the water outlet pipes on the aeration basins and make it look a bit more cool. So when I tested that out, it actually turns out that the eco water treatment plant from Green Cities DLC look very good when you place them on the aeration basins. So that's what you're seeing me do right now, and I think it looks pretty good. I know it looks like cannons on a ship. So now you're going to see me build the power station. So for building the power station, I have used the solar panel array which produce around 11 megawatt each, and I have placed a lot of them. Trust me, I've placed a lot of them. I've made like a whole solar panel field over here, and I think it looks good. After placing so many solar panel arrays, I had around 10,000 megawatts being produced at 100% budget. So I had to reduce the budget a lot because I don't need so much electricity, and right now also my city requires around 3000 megawatt. That's it. And to give it a more power station look, I added one of those buildings. I think it's called the Vice City Power Station building. It's from GTA Vice City, of course, and I added a few substations over here to give it more of a power station look. So just like the parking area, even this place got very dark at night, so I decided I'd add some lights. First I thought I'd fill the area with lights, but then I'm like, oh, it's too bright, so I decided to reduce the number of lights, and I used prop line tool over here, and trust me, prop line tool is a big lifesaver. So what the prop line tool mainly does is it allows prop anarchy. First of all, anarchy is basically overlapping the props with some other building, plus it allows you to place props as you build roads. So like you saw, the road tools are there. There's a straight tool, there's a curve tool. Similarly, in the prop line tool there are straight tool and curve tools for making the props. So as I mentioned earlier, I'd be building more canals. I just did that and the whole place flooded, and I regretted not using the flood walls. Trust me, they're very helpful when you're doing such kind of things.
I can't say anything anyway, so just believe me. Even if the words don't come out.
So I guess we're coming to the end of this episode. If you liked my content and wish to see more, please do subscribe to my channel. And if there's something you want me to improve in, whether it's my voiceover or content, please feel free to write it down in the comments or get in touch with me on Instagram or Twitter. So this is it for this episode. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.